This started because one patient stepped forward saying she wants to know the truth, and she's filed a medical malpractice claim with the Indiana Department of Insurance against the hospital and the neurosurgeon.
We had a connection. Like, I thought he was, a very nice man. Cervical spine.
Lisa Bryant first saw Dr. John Cummings, a neurosurgeon at Community Health Network, for leg and back pain in 2013. She says pretty quickly he told her surgery was her best option.
I felt comfortable.
But coming out of that surgery, Bryant says her condition worsened, and she underwent more surgeries, enduring more pain.
This is when he went through the front.
It still continues to this day.
It's bad. Some days I wake up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I cry, it hurts.
It's that pain and the questions Bryant says still linger that caused her to call us, hoping we could get answers. She says in the midst of her treatment, Cummings left Community Health with no explanation.
So I was really thinking this is all normal, and it's not.
I started looking into Cummings, and I found Bryant is not the only patient with questions and in some cases accusations. The Indiana Department of Insurance posts medical malpractice claims on a public database online. In the last 4 years, 15 patients have filed claims against Cummings. 2 of those cases have since been dismissed.
This is Randy.
Randy Stoller filed one of the now dismissed cases. His sister, Teresa Knight, says her family couldn't see a path forward with the claim after Stoller died from a heart attack earlier this year.
It is hard. We do talk about him a lot. What if? He has a daughter, and he's got 2 very young granddaughters.
Knight says she was with her brother for a spinal surgery in June 2015, and a year later when he decided to take action.
We were sitting at the house one day and kind of talking. He says, Teresa, he said, I think I need to see an attorney.
Stoller's case was voluntarily dismissed by his family after his death, but 13 cases against Cummings remain active. They vary widely in how much detail patients reveal in the complaints, but many patients describe undergoing complicated spinal surgeries. More than one accused Cummings of performing unnecessary surgery or going directly to surgery instead of seeking conservative treatment. Others describe severe pain and the need for additional procedures or corrective surgery.
It's important to note that medical malpractice claims are common, and in neurosurgery, the risk of surgery is incredibly high. In fact, a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine ranked neurosurgery the #1 field for malpractice claims, with nearly 20% of all neurosurgeons facing a claim each year.
I wanted to get an explanation, but Community Health Network declined my request for an interview. A spokesperson for the hospital system would only confirm Cummings' dates of employment, which started in 2010 and ended on December 10, 2015. So I dug into the records. In Indiana, medical malpractice claims must be reviewed by a panel of 3 doctors before a lawsuit can proceed in court. Most cases take years to resolve. Only one panel has convened in a case against Cummings since 2014. This August, that panel came to the unanimous opinion that he and Community Health Network failed to comply with the appropriate standard of care. The case involved a woman who said Cummings improperly placed hardware in her spine during a surgery. And an earlier 2011 case alleging that a piece of equipment entered the spinal canal during surgery, causing the patient to be permanently disabled, was also allowed to go forward based on a 2014 panel decision. That case, however, instead was settled for $1 million, a month after Cummings left the hospital.
I'm thinking, I wish I knew this before the fact.
Michael Ellington had no idea he would be one of Cummings' last patients. After surgery in December 2015, Ellington says he tried to get in touch with Cummings about his pain. He later received a letter telling patients effective immediately, Dr. John T. Cummings will no longer see patients at Community.
The disgusting stuff I'm putting up with.
Ellington says another doctor diagnosed him with a spinal fluid leak, and he underwent a second surgery.
I haven't been the same since.
It's unclear whether the claims and their timing are linked to Cummings parting from Community. The surgeon faced more than a dozen malpractice claims prior to 2014, and a majority of those were dismissed or medical panels found no malpractice. And there are patients who say they received great care. One told Community Health on Facebook, "You lost a top-notch surgeon who saved my back and kept me walking." Another even created a dedicated Facebook group to search for Cummings after his departure, saying he remains undoubtedly one of the best neurosurgeons in Indianapolis. Cummings was also featured as a top doctor in Indianapolis Monthly in 2013 and 2015. hospital tax records show that in 2011, he was one of Community Health's highest paid physicians, making more than $1.2 million. What is clear is that many patients want to know what happened to Cummings. But in the case of Brian, Ellington, and Knight, it's because they say they're concerned.
We have no idea, but certainly there is a problem.
Definitely, I believe I'm not the only one.
I tried to find Dr. Cummings to get his side of this. He appears to be still living in the area, and a woman who identified herself as his wife told me on Facebook that he has not been practicing because of what she called an exclusive clause with Community Health, which ends next month, exactly 2 years after his last day. Lawyers for Cummings did not respond to my request for comment.
So bottom line, Jill, does that mean that he could start practicing medicine again?
At this point, it's unclear. Even though a medical panel found this August that he was responsible in one case, they also recommended that his name not be forwarded to the Medical Licensing Board for Fitness to Practice, and the board renewed his Indiana license just a few weeks ago. Now, we do want to hear from you. If you've been one of the patients, whether you had a good or bad experience, you can contact us at problemsolvers@cbs4indy.com or at 317-677-1544, and we will continue to look into this and let you know what we find out.
We'll look forward to any updates. All right, Jill, thank you very much.